Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt lighter or heavier without knowing why? Maybe you come home after a long day, only to feel even more drained the moment you step through the door. That experience isn't just about tired legs or low lighting. It's something far deeper, an energetic echo, a spiritual signal, and it matters more than we realize. Carl Jung, one of the most profound thinkers of the 20th century, once said that the external world is a direct reflection of our internal one. He believed that the home, more than just a shelter, is a living mirror of our psyche. And once you begin to see it through that lens, everything changes. I want to walk you through a powerful truth today. Your home is not just where you live, it's a sacred extension of your soul. And if you bless it with intention, care, and spiritual clarity, your life will change in ways that feel almost magical, but are in fact deeply psychological and spiritual. Let me be clear, this isn't about superstition, trendy decor, or lighting some incense for Instagram. This is about real transformation. Your environment is constantly feeding back energy into your mind, emotions, and behavior. And just as your thoughts shape your reality, your space shapes your thoughts. When these two dimensions align, inner and outer, you create a feedback loop of harmony, clarity, and growth. The house as a mirror of the mind. Let's start with something fundamental. Every part of your home tells a story. Every object, every color, every pile of clutter or beam of sunlight is a reflection of something within you. If you walk into your kitchen and see disarray, ask yourself, what internal chaos does that reflect? If your bedroom feels like a peaceful retreat, that might mirror the parts of you that are open, vulnerable, and at ease. This perspective is backed not just by spiritual tradition, but by Jungian psychology. Jung saw the house as a powerful archetype, a symbolic image that appears in dreams and myths across cultures. In dreams, the house is never just a house. It represents you. The different rooms correspond to different levels of consciousness. The kitchen and living spaces often represent our outer, social self, while bedrooms, attics, and cellars hold clues to our private thoughts, buried emotions, or even forgotten trauma. That dream where you find a hidden room in your house, it's not just random. It's your soul telling you there's a part of yourself you haven't yet explored. When I first came across this concept, it completely reframed the way I looked at my home. I realized that the chaos I saw around me was not just life happening. It was me, unconsciously expressing unresolved feelings and unspoken needs. And I wasn't alone. Once I started sharing this idea with others, clients, friends, even strangers online, I heard the same thing over and over. That makes so much sense. I've always felt better after cleaning or rearranging, but I never knew why. The reason is simple. When you shift the energy of your space, you're actually shifting something inside yourself. The subconscious lives in every corner. There's a subtle, profound relationship between our state of mind and our physical environment. Think about it. When you're going through a difficult time, you often don't feel like tidying up. The dishes pile up. Laundry sits unfolded. Papers scatter across your desk. It's not laziness, it's resonance. The disorder in your home reflects the disarray inside your emotional world. But here's the most important part. It goes both ways. That means when you begin to shift your environment, clean a room, open the windows, donate old things you are telling your subconscious, I'm ready to release. I'm ready to move forward. This principle is not just spiritual, it's therapeutic. Jung emphasized the role of synchronicity in our lives, a mysterious way unrelated events can reveal a deeper connection. He might say that cleaning your house during a time of grief is not coincidental. It's your psyche's way of expressing the inner need for renewal. Let me give you an example. A close friend of mine lost her job last year. She spiraled into doubt, and her apartment became, in her words, a war zone of dirty mugs and unopened mail. When she finally made the effort to clean one small area, a nightstand next to her bed, something shifted. That evening, She journaled for the first time in months. The next week, she had a breakthrough idea that led to a new opportunity. Was it magic? Maybe, but more likely it was alignment. Your space is a sacred participant in your growth, not a background character. From chaos to clarity, a conscious choice. Now, I want you to pause and consider, what is your home saying about you right now? Not in terms of style or trendiness, but in energy. Is it a place that lifts you up or a place that subtly drains you? Do you walk into your home and feel calm, or does it amplify your stress? These are hard questions, and yet they are the exact questions we must ask if we want to evolve spiritually and psychologically. Because until we take responsibility for our environment, we will stay stuck in unconscious patterns that hold us back. I want to offer you something deeper than just tips or home hacks. This is about a new relationship with your living space, one rooted in spiritual awareness and emotional honesty. And the key to this transformation? Intention. Every object you keep, every space you care for, every room you inhabit when approached with intention becomes a part of your healing journey. But blessing your home isn't about religion or ritual for ritual's sake. It's about declaring, this space supports my well-being. This home reflects my highest self. I am not just living here, I am evolving here. We'll dive deeper into how to spiritually cleanse and bless your home. But I'll tell you this now, once you begin this journey, it becomes impossible to go back to unconscious living. You'll never again look at a dusty corner or a cluttered shelf without asking, what part of me is asking to be seen, to be healed, to be released? Because your home is not just your shelter, it is your sanctuary, and it holds the power to transform your life from the inside out. We explored how your home is more than four walls and a roof. It's a mirror of your inner world, a living reflection of your psyche, emotions, and even your unconscious beliefs. Now let's go deeper. Once you recognize your home as sacred space, the next question becomes, how do you bless it? This isn't about pouring holy water in corners or chanting unfamiliar words you don't connect with. This is about creating a meaningful, personal, and deeply spiritual relationship with your environment. Blessing isn't a ceremony. It's a conscious collaboration. Let me share something that shifted my perspective forever. Blessing your home doesn't require a priest, monk, or shaman. It requires you. It requires your intention, your energy, your willingness to awaken the space you live in. In Buddhist tradition, there's a quiet reverence for the space we occupy. Temples are swept before meditation, not just for cleanliness, but as a sacred act. The monks aren't just preparing the floor, they're preparing the mind. That's the foundation of blessing. Bringing full awareness to your presence and honoring the space around you as a reflection of that presence. Carl Jung spoke often of ritual not in the religious sense, but as a vital expression of the human need for meaning. He believed that ritual connects the conscious and unconscious minds. When you bless your home, you're creating a sacred bridge between who you are today and the deeper, eternal parts of your being. So, what does that blessing look like? Let's break it down. Step 1. Clean not just for order, but for energy. Yes, we begin with cleaning, but we do it consciously. As you move through your home, wiping, sweeping, clearing, don't treat it as a chore. Treat it as ritual purification. Say to yourself as you clean, as I release what no longer serves this home, I release what no longer serves me. Physically clearing space is symbolically powerful. That old pile of papers on your desk might represent delayed decisions or emotional burdens you've been avoiding. That drawer stuffed with clothes you never wear? Maybe it's time to let go of the version of yourself those clothes belong to. In Buddhist teachings, non-attachment is a path to freedom. Clearing clutter isn't about minimalism, it's about liberation. Step 2. Intention is a true incense. You don't need candles or sage to bless your home, though you can use them if they help you feel connected. The most important element is intention. Stand in the center of each room. Close your eyes. Breathe. Then speak into the space softly or silently. It doesn't matter. Say something like, "May this room hold peace. May it support my healing. May love dwell here, quietly and always." Don't rush it. Let the words emerge from your heart, not your mind. Even just 5 minutes of this mindful presence can shift the vibration of a space dramatically. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it real. Your sincerity is more powerful than any ritual you've read online. Step 3. Invite the divine in. Whether or not you believe in a higher power, it helps to see your home as a place where something greater can live. That could be divine grace, inner peace, ancestors, nature, spirit, soul, whatever you call it. Create space for it. In many Buddhist temples, there's a small altar not just to worship, but to center the heart. You can create something similar. It could be a shelf with a candle, a stone, a picture of someone who inspires you, or even a flower from your walk today. This isn't about religion. It's about remembrance. A space where you pause daily, breathe, and reconnect with what truly matters, even for 30 seconds, will bless your entire home with a resonance of peace. Energy follows attention. One of the deepest spiritual truths I've learned is this. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. If you walk through your home with frustration, stress, or numbness, your home absorbs that and reflects it back to you. But if you move through it with presence, compassion, and gratitude, will begin to echo that back into your life. It's a sacred exchange. Your home doesn't just contain your life, it shapes it. My personal practice, the morning touch point. Let me share something simple I do every morning. Before I check my phone, before the rush of the day begins, I light one candle in a quiet corner of my home. I say just 3 things out loud. Thank you for the shelter. May peace begin here today. I welcome whatever the day brings. That's it. No grand gestures. But the energy of my space responds. I feel it. I carry that into my work, my relationships, my decisions. It's not magic, it's alignment. And over time, that space becomes more than just a place to live. It becomes a source of strength. Your home as a living ally. I want you to start thinking of your home not as a passive container, but as an ally, a living, breathing partner in your evolution. It holds your dreams. It hears your heartbreak. It echoes your laughter. And with your blessing, it can amplify your healing. But here's the secret most people miss. You have to initiate the relationship. Your home is waiting for your love, your clarity, your voice. Because when you speak into it with care, when you declare peace, release tension, and invite growth, your home doesn't just respond. It transforms. And in turn, it transforms you. We'll explore what happens after blessing, how your life starts to shift, how your relationships and choices evolve, and what unexpected miracles begin to unfold when your space and spirit are in harmony. And I'll share my final reflections and a powerful call to action you won't want to miss. So you've honored your space. You've cleaned with awareness, spoken with intention, and infused your home with presence. What now? This is where the transformation begins, not in loud, dramatic events, but in the quiet shifts that change your life from the inside out. Your home starts to talk back. It's subtle at first. You may notice yourself feeling calmer in the mornings. You might find that arguments don't linger as long, that you sleep more deeply, that a room you once avoided now feels comforting. This is not coincidence. Carl Jung often spoke of the synchronicity that arises when the unconscious mind is in alignment with the conscious self. Your home, in many ways, acts as a symbolic extension of that unconscious. When you bless your home, you're realigning your outer space with your inner peace, and synchronicities begin to emerge. Suddenly, you'll find that a long-awaited opportunity shows up. You reconnect with someone you were meant to hear from. A dream returns that you'd long forgotten. You make a decision that felt impossible before. These are not accidents. They are signs that the energy of your life is no longer stuck. How your environment shapes your destiny. Let me be clear. Your space does not dictate your fate, but it influences your path more than you might believe. If you wake up surrounded by chaos, you carry that chaos into your decisions. If you return home to beauty, stillness, and meaning, you remember your higher self. The Buddha taught that our minds are shaped by what we repeatedly do. But what we repeatedly do is shaped by the environment we create around us. So yes, rearranging a room, blessing your hallway, lighting a candle in your kitchen, these small acts create momentum. They shape how you think, how you feel, how you choose. And choice, ultimately, is what shapes your destiny, the spiritual ripple effect. Once your home is in harmony, something beautiful happens. The energy ripples outward. You become more sensitive to energy outside your home, too. You'll walk into crowded places and feel more grounded. You'll enter someone else's chaotic home and know that it's not your energy to carry. You begin to recognize peace not as a luxury, but as your new baseline. Your relationships change, too. You start attracting people who resonate with your clarity. Old dynamics fade away naturally, without conflict, because they no longer match your frequency. And you'll notice you speak more kindly. You make decisions with more certainty. You rest without guilt. You dream more vividly. And all of this, it started with one choice: to bless your home. My story: when I realized my home had become my temple. There was a moment not long ago when I sat in the center of my living room after a long, heavy day. I'd had a hard conversation with someone I loved deeply, and I felt like the ground had been pulled from beneath me. I sat on the floor. No phone, no distraction. And I looked around. The soft flicker of a candle, the plant in the corner, a photo of my grandmother, the scent of sandalwood, the silence, and I felt something I can't quite explain, a stillness that wasn't mine alone. My home was holding me, not just with its objects, but with its energy. It had become my temple not because of how it looked, but because of how I had blessed it day by day. And in that moment, I didn't feel lost anymore. I felt found. Carl Jung and the Sacred Home Within. Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens." Your home becomes sacred not just when you decorate it or cleanse it, but when you awaken inside of it. When you look around and see yourself, your journey, your healing, your love reflected in every corner, you realize the deepest truth. Blessing your home is another way of blessing your life. It is self-love made visible. It is consciousness turned into form. It is prayer made permanent. The final invitation, bless with courage. I want to leave you with this. No matter what your space looks like now, tiny or large, shared or solo, new or falling apart, you have the power to transform it. And in doing so, you transform yourself. Blessing is not about perfection. It's about presence. You don't have to wait for your life to be in order. You don't have to wait for healing to be complete. Start where you are. Bless what you have, and the rest will unfold. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to do 3 things today. Choose one corner of your home and bless it. Not later. Now, speak your intention into it, even if it's just a whisper of peace. Comment below. Tell me, what space in your home are you ready to reclaim as sacred? I'd love to hear your story, your vision, your transformation. Share this video with someone who needs to feel seen, held, and reminded that their life can change beginning right at home. Because the truth is, when your home changes, your energy shifts. When your energy shifts, your life transforms. And it all begins with one courageous, conscious blessing. thank you for walking this sacred journey with me. May your home rise up to meet your heart. May your life become a reflection of the peace you now choose to create.